All right, we're just going to start. It's close enough to time. We actually have two commissions here this evening for really one item. With the exception of the authority is going to have to do their first meeting of the year and election of officers. Then we have the Redevelopment Commission, which I think we do have a quorum, correct? Three of us. Yeah, so we got a quorum. They have a quorum of 2 out of 3. Maybe David was coming in. So we're going to go ahead and call the Redevelopment Commission meeting to order. Elijah, do you want to call your meeting, your authority to order?
Yeah, Redevelopment Authority to order.
Okay. I think what we may want to do with the authority is their first item is election of officers. They have one member missing. He's out of town. They currently have one holdover, which is Balaji. So you guys can figure out who's going to do what. So on your officers. So we need president and a vice president is really what you need.
Well, since he's not here, I'll make a motion for JR to be president.
Okay, I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor on that signifies by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, what about vice president and secretary?
I will make the motion for Balaji for vice.
Okay.
I accept.
Well, you're going to second it.
I accept. I don't have a choice.
All right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Then I guess that would leave one more for a secretary. So
That'll be me.
that'd be you. All right. So what do we have, Tony? We just got.
Approval agenda, approval of minutes, previous meeting.
So I think Sherry sent out the minutes before she left, so we can get approval of those minutes. Bill, approve the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
We got a motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Then the next item is the discussion, right?
Yes.
Yep,
Discussion of property.
So we'll do the discussion
transfers.
together between both of our commissions. So what we have in front of us tonight, and it's a situation that we've had to resolve for some time. It should have been resolved technically when the original bonds were paid off for the Wapaka site. Last year, we addressed this, and Wapaka requested at that point that we at least get the property underneath the plant in their name, which we've done. I think it was kind of a scary moment, I think, for some of them because they owned the plant, but they didn't own the property. So we've got that resolved. So what we're trying to do now is all the remaining property around the Wapaka site that would be theirs based upon the bond issue, we're going to go ahead and with the approval of both commissions, because the authority technically owns this property as they had to because of the bond issue, but they cannot convey it to Wapaka, so they have to convey it to the commission, and the commission can turn around and convey it to Wapaka. That's kind of the procedural side of it. The deeds have been drawn up. They have been checked through our county attorney, which is Andrew, and he has actually spoken with Chris Goffinet, who was involved in the original, and they made sure that the deeds were all corrected, making sure that we actually sliced out the road, which is now I guess it's technically a county road, I guess it is, or should be, or soon to be. So that's been sliced out of this deed, but the rest of the property will be conveyed as well as all the other mitigations to Wapaka. Except then the water tower has been sliced out. Correct, that's correct. So those two pieces have been sliced out of that hole, and that's what the warranty deeds say. So the first thing we'll need to do from the authority is you all have to make the motion, approve the motion, and vote to transfer that property to the commission. And then the commission will take that and we'll do the same thing and we'll actually move it over to Wapaka. So I'll hand it over to you all.
Okay, I make the motion to approve and move it to the Wapaka.
You're going to do it to the commission.
Yeah, the commission.
He'll sign.
Since we've got approval from council, I will second that motion.
Okay.
But that's it.
So yeah, so you all now get to vote.
All in favor?
It's going to be a tough vote, I know.
Also accept.
So then what we need to do from the commission standpoint is make a motion to actually transfer the property that we have just now received from the authority back to Wapaka. So I need a motion to do so.
And this doesn't affect that outstanding bond, like you
No,
said. But
No, so the question Kelly has is we still have the 2021 bonds. 21 bonds are still paid through the TIF district, which expires 25, 26, 26, 27. I'll have to double check that. And that will be paid off. Wapaka is still responsible, as they know, and Cody has received that letter from us. If there's an underrun on tax dollars, they're obligated to pay that, and they have been, and they
Okay.
continually will.
that will continue on.
Just.
Yes, that will continue on because that bond issue was not related to the property per se. It was just related to the TIF district.
Is that why the 80 acres is cut out? Is that the hillside that's never been?
Yes.
That was my assumption. but I
That is
wanted-
correct, Tom.
I wanted
That is
to ask.
correct. That is correct. That's correct.
Melly Beth Prevail was from Heather at Ice Miller, and I asked that question.
Okay.
And she
Yeah, that was just
Yeah.
one of my concerns.
Yeah,
I
so
just
the-
wanted to make sure we
The
weren't.
TIF district is still obligated, as well as Wapaka is still obligated to make sure that those bonds get paid, which they will, and they're on course to pay. And then, once that's done, that TIF district will basically dissolve itself. And probably, I'm guessing before the end of the year, we'll probably look at the other small TIF district we have left down there. And probably the Riverview West, and probably do the same with it, since at this point, we have nothing on it. And then that way we can actually eliminate a huge expense for this commission, which is nice, Jason's nice, but having Baker Tilly come down once a year and go through that with us. So what I really need now is unless there's other questions, be happy to answer those. If not, we'll need a motion to transfer the property from the Redevelopment Commission to Wapaka. We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Carries. There's nothing further to this board. We can adjourn, as well as the authority can adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the authority meeting.
Okay? All right, they're adjourned. What about us?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll second it.
Got a second? We're adjourned. Thank you all.
How many years has it been?
Started in, I can tell you that,
97 is when we actually started.
95, I think is when the whole thing started, yeah.
Started.
95.